Hello, hello. Welcome to this week's energetic forecast. Taking a look at the numerology for the week of June 19th to the 25th. Welcome, whether you're live or joining me on the replay. Let me know you're here. Say hello. I am super excited for this week's energy. I feel like I say that every single time I do a forecast, and yet I am. I'm always excited about life and this journey that we get to experience. So without further ado, let's just dive right in and see what we've got in store for us. Because when you have awareness around this information, you can then leverage it to your advantage. You don't have to, there's all sorts of possibilities available. We can get into a mental spin. We can choose anxiety. We can choose to settle the anxiety. We can choose to move forward one step at a time or get caught up in overwhelm and not take any action. So in that, we want to be able to understand what's happening energetically, universally, so that we can then choose and make powerful decisions for ourselves on how we're moving forward and how we're leveraging this energy. It also helps give us an awareness of, oh, right, Cindy said that day was going to be a little bit crazy. And so I can go and hang out in the garden. I can take a deep breath. All is well. Okay, so let's dive in. June 19th, the Monday, we've got Jack of Clubs 5 energy. We are starting off our entire week with this high level of being open, being curious, being in wonder at the world, of really focusing in on what it is that I want to experience, being willing to lead ourselves. That Jack of Clubs has a tendency to be a little bit like, I don't know enough, I need to figure out more, I need to go learn more. The Jack of Clubs has a very childlike wonder and curiosity sense to it. But that 5 is coming in and saying, and you could go either way. You could decide that you don't know enough and you need to figure out more and you need to do all these things and start beating yourself up at the beginning of the week. Or instead, you could say, I'm going to trust my own wisdom. I'm going to trust that I know enough. I'm going to trust and lead myself this week. And in that, I'm choosing to be open and curious. I'm choosing to communicate my truth, even if I don't have it all figured out yet. I'm choosing to see new opportunities, that maybe there's something this week that I'm going to discover that will open me up to a whole new world. So I love starting off a week with this energy, because we get to spend the entire week in curiosity, in childlike wonder, in questioning our beliefs, in wondering, I wonder if that belief is really serving me anymore. I wonder if I could shift that belief into something else. Okay, so this is how we're starting our week, with absolute curiosity. Okay, and then we move into Tuesday, which is the 10 of Clubs, and we've got the ruling number 6. The 10 of Clubs can create incredible overwhelm. The 10 of Clubs also has the opportunity for incredible creative expression. So you get to choose. Are you going to get overwhelmed with your to-do list and all the stuff you've got to do? Or are you going to be at peace with where you're at right now and allow creative expression to move through you without getting caught up in the 52 million things that need to get done, trying to figure out how to get the laundry done and take care of the kids and also communicate your entire truth online and do it all in one day? Okay, so that 10 of Clubs says, be mindful of an overactive mind. Don't get caught up in the spin. Don't get lost in that. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need to do it all on Tuesday. You might feel like you want to. So slow down. Make sure you're creating balance on Tuesday. Spend some extra time in the garden. Do an extra meditation. Have a bath. Whatever it is that you need to do to slow down and constantly bring your mind back to love. How do you do that? It's simple. You close your eyes, you place your hand on your heart, and you remind yourself what love feels like. It's that easy. And you might have to do that 52 times on Tuesday, and that's okay. You get to decide, and you continue to choose over and over and over again. So on Tuesday, be mindful of overwhelm. And anytime you feel the mind starting to do this, slow down, take a deep breath, bring it back into the body, bring it back into the heart. And remember, Your mind is extremely powerful, but it ain't running the show. All right? Then we move into Wednesday, 9 of clubs ruling 7. On Wednesday, we've got this possibility opportunity. The energy of that 9 and that 7 together is we don't know. We can only perceive what's right in front of us. We aren't seeing what's back here or what's over there. And that 9 of clubs says, what else could be possible? What else could be true? What am I not seeing here? So we want to open our minds on Wednesday to new perspectives. So here's where we started the week with curiosity, being open, exploring the world with childlike wonder. And then Wednesday comes along and we may be like, well, that belief hasn't been serving me. I wonder what else could be true here. So we want to be willing to learn on the fly, because that 7 also says, take a leap of faith, go for it, take action, move, go do something about it. So you may be realizing and have awareness of this new belief, or this belief that's not been serving you, or that perhaps there's a different perspective to look at a situation in your world, in your business, in your personal life, in your relationships. And all of a sudden you're like, okay, that's not serving me. Don't sit there for hours and percolate on it. Don't waste your time beating yourself up for thinking that thought. Just move. Do something about it immediately and trust that everything that you need will be revealed as you move, as you take action. So the moment you have this awareness of, a belief that's not serving me, go look this way and take action upon it immediately, whatever that action looks like, okay? Then we have Thursday. Thursday comes in with an 8 of clubs ruling 8, all the 8. So here is where, again, we need to manage our mind and be very hyper aware of what we are dedicating and devoting our thoughts to. We want to dedicate and devote and focus our thoughts on where we're going. You may have experienced something on Wednesday where you're like, man, I can't believe that I was thinking that, of believing in that, and that sucks. And then on Thursday, you might find yourself still stuck in that energy. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. You're meant to move. That 8 really has massive potential for flow, for ease, for momentum, for fast paced. So again, mindful of overwhelm, mindful that you're not trying to do it all at once, and also very mindful that you're not being close-minded or stubborn or trying to control. I don't know about y'all, but I have a tendency to be stubborn sometimes and get stuck in my ways. That 8 is saying, really focus on where you're going without needing to control the outcome, without needing to know all the step by step, without trying to reverse engineer anything. Get into the flow of life. Let your mind move with wherever you need to go, not needing to be like, yeah, but I said I was going to do it this way, so it's going to be this way, right? You may find that technology doesn't work for you, and then what do? Are you going to beat your head against the wall trying to get it to work? Or are you going to take a step back, go for a walk, relax, come back and try again, okay? So don't get caught up in that overwhelm, that trying to figure it all out, the control, or the I've got it all figured out, nobody else can tell me what to do, and I've got to do it this way, okay? The focus comes from who are you, what do you want, why do you want it, not from focused on this task right now, it has to happen this way. Okay, so don't get stuck there. And to support you on Thursday, it might be helpful for you to create a to-do list on Wednesday night before you go to bed, so that you can stay on track without getting pulled off in multiple different directions. The 8 has a tendency to be a little bit chaotic, and so you want to make sure that you are focused on the task at hand without trying to control the task at hand, if that makes sense. Okay, all right, Friday. Notice where your mind is tripping you up. As you move into Friday and the weekend, we've got a 7 of clubs 9. So we started Wednesday with a 9 of clubs 7. Then we've got the 7 of clubs 9. That 7 of clubs is asking you if there are any judgments to let go of. where maybe you're comparing yourself to other people, or you've still kind of working with that belief that you're trying to shift. Maybe, just maybe you can take yourself to a higher level of whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to be more visible, maybe you can express yourself further. If you're trying to attract more clients, maybe you can amplify your energy for that. If you are trying to make more money, maybe there's a belief around your money and judgment around money that can be released. So it's asking you, can you shift your fear to excitement and really pivot and take yourself to the next level? Friday is a huge opportunity for visibility. It's a huge opportunity of recognizing where you might be afraid of being seen. You might notice fear of criticism, fear of judgment, fear of people, I always talk about getting the haters. Whenever I get a hater, I get really excited. And all I do is comment below with hearts, because the moment that I see somebody showing up in my feed and any of my content who's saying something perceived as negative towards my content, I'm like, yeah, that means I've up-leveled. This is what this energy is about. So on Friday, you've got a huge opportunity here to break through that belief that showed up earlier in the week and to release and let go so that you can be more visible, show up more, share more, express your wisdom more, and trust yourself in that even more. And then we move into the weekend, and then I'll pull cards for people who are joining me live. But as we move into the weekend, it brings a little bit of peace of mind. This week feels very fast paced. It feels very up in the head. It feels very like we've got, like, there's stuff to do. Things are moving. There's beliefs shifting. There's actions to be taken. And it can feel a little chaotic throughout the week. And so the weekend says, breathe, slow down, invite peace of mind, make space for yourself over the weekend. Like, schedule that in now so that you've got time in the garden. For me personally, Tyler and I are going on a fishing trip. We're going to go relax. The energy over the weekend invites some sort of adventure. Maybe it's a road trip. Maybe you pack a picnic basket and point the car in a direction and go somewhere and see what happens. It's really inviting you to see the world with new eyes. This week is all about being open and curious and shifting your beliefs and really taking it to a higher level. And so we need a moment to integrate that. So the weekend is saying, create spaciousness for new information to land, see the world with fresh eyes, go on an adventure, and just chill out a little bit.